Corio try and get it out of the middle. Bailey working hard for East Geelong. He gets a kick away. First effective kick of the second term. Goes towards Dieselak. Now Senjov still across half forward. Left foot kick long towards, well, probably Bigham in the best position, but getting back Dandy in front took a good mark. And will take a shot for goal from 45 metres out. Slight angle. Would be a good start for the Eagles in the second term. So it'll be Kane Dandy who came on to replace Mark Senjov when he had the blood rule in the first term. Will come in and shoot for goal. Bigham standing the mark. He goes, he kicks it high, and has it got the distance? King on the line has touched it, and it's through for one behind. So East Geelong go to 4-2-26. Corio 4-1-25. Raiders bingo. Second quarter scoreboard. A minute played.
So the value there, Laurie, of keeping your eye on the footy. Matty King kept the eye on the footy, could have floated through. Dabrowski kicks to himself, then runs away, kicks towards half forward. Hill taps the ball back into the corridor for East Geelong. A nice handball to Dieselak, who's running, and Dieselak from 30. Oh, an absolutely atrocious kick. He's missed the goal, but there's a whistle on the play. Perhaps put down after he kicked the footy, maybe. Or as he kicked the footy anyway, and
I think it's a good decision, Eric.
The free kick has come back because I didn't see the inside. I watched the football, and
so did I.
So a good decision, Laurie says, and well, you can't illegally put a fella down as he kicks the footy, and that's obviously what's happened because.
Well, I think it's a good decision to bring it back to where it happened.
Well, he has to because it actually went through from behind.
That's right.
So Dieselak now, he's got the free kick. We'll be kicking from 35 metres out, absolutely directly in front.
Hope he kicks through it.
Unlike the one
he kicked to the other end.
Yes, yes, very ordinary. So last kick in the last quarter, first kick in this quarter, much better looking kick, but it's a terrible strike. It's floated through the goals. So Dieselak kicks his second, and East Geelong, wonderful start to the second quarter. They've got the first goal, 5-2-32. They lead Corio 4-1-25. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, and that's only 2 minutes gone.
Yes, well, we saw these sides play a few weeks ago, Eric, or East Geelong, I mean, and I thought Simon Dieselak was an acquisition to the side up there. He gave him an alternative to Sean O'Leary. Sean hasn't kicked a goal yet, but of course he's very busy up there, and you've got to make sure that you've got that hole covered, and it allows Dieselak to come in and do his stuff. So 2 goals at this stage is pretty handy.
Breed up against Walker in the middle. They both go up and get a hand to it. Still in the middle, McLean. Buckingham breaks free. Does well. Strong. Right foot kick was partly smothered. Goes towards half forward. Lindsay stands in the tackle. Handball to nobody in particular. Senjov tries to tap it back towards McLean. His handball to Bailey. Handballs it on to Buckingham. Oh, intelligent tap towards Gunn, but it doesn't sit for him. Now Dabrowski bears down on him. Good pressure. Lindsay's there as well. They're over the top of it. Lindsay got a high tackle. Dabrowski. The umpire picked it out later than I did.
I think there was a free kick against Dabrowski. The umpire missed.
So now Lindsay will take the free kick at half back. Left foot kick towards centre wing. Williams, taps it beautifully to Ricky O'Toole. Gets around Breed easily. Takes a bounce. Cornwall calls him on. Goes right foot kick towards the coach's box. I don't think it'll sit in for John Keys. Oh, it might now. It's bounced backwards. Intervong's there. Also across Dave O'Leary. And it will have a boundary throw-in. Peter Kelly, listen to the coaches at quarter time. Pete, what did Tim Schwinnerson and also David Vanderbilt have to say? No, he's just having a few troubles there with Peter Kelly, unfortunately. We'll get back to him shortly. Boundary throw-in, left half forward flank. It'll be Breed, ruck, in the ruck, gets it down into Vong, gets a torpedo punt kick from the contest towards Senjov, who runs at it. Oh, goes into Ricky O'Toole. Now Buckingham runs away on centre wing, handballs it to McLean. He can handball it over the top towards Guns. Okay, back to Buckingham. They've worked it hard along centre wing. Looks inboard to centre half forward. Murray runs with the flight of the ball, goes up, takes a very good mark. No, play on the call, said the umpire. Lazarick turn over to Cornwall. Handball over the top to Collins, has to sit and wait for it. Does pretty well. Now he gets ripped off the ball by Dieselak. Loses the footy. Cornwall, he gets it away. Now Senjov comes in at Cousins, does well. Lindsay gets around him. Handball further afield towards Walker. The big man breaks a tackle. Handball. Oh, Ricky O'Toole runs into Damien Williams. Now McLean runs into O'Toole on centre wing. And it's a ball up centre wing.
It's all happening.
That's what you like to see. Both teams going at it.
No, fair hip and shoulders.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
So a ball up centre wing. Grandstand side. Umpire Stevenson throws the ball in the air. Breed, Walker. Bailey takes out the ruck contest. Handballs it to nobody. Williams, Shepherds for McLean. He gets around a couple, does well, breaks free, goes with the right foot towards centre half forward. Dieselak looks at the ball. Dabrowski didn't. Now Lazarick up against Luke Thompson. Lazarick has to get around. Handball was okay to Lindsay. Sets him a bit of a task. He can't pick it up. Dabrowski's in there as well. Lindsay does pretty well. Left foot kick around the corner. Breed. 30-metre punch back towards Lindsay. Pretty close to the boundary line. Dandy. Lindsay now handball to nobody in particular. Breed, the big man, picks it up. 55 metres out. Goes along with a right foot kick towards the goal square. And O'Leary used the body, said the umpire. And it will be a free kick to Matty McNamara in the last line of defence. So Matthew McNamara to clear for the Devils.
So McNamara with the free kick. Kicks it across the face of goal. Long to half-back. Manning at the back. Tried to take the footy. Can't control it. Goes toward the boundary. Clifford, and that's O'Leary out there. Clifford wins out. Gets a handball over the top at Miles. He did well to intercept, but he's tackled by Clifford. Comes back again, and offhands it over the boundary line. So an intense start, Laurie, to the second quarter here.
Well, they're here to play, Eric, to demonstrate that in the start of the second quarter, and that's good to see. And Jason called it beautifully. It was exciting stuff.
So the ball thrown in between halfback and wing for Corio. Comes to ground. Well, whistle on play from the umpire. Player tag without the footy. It's Bailey of East Geelong on centre wing. Gets the free kick, tips it over the top. Well, there was a interesting decision because perhaps the East Geelong player running back face on to young Collins, who gets the free kick. Kicks long, high, gone towards Ricky O'Toole. Oh, great mark. Wonderful body work. Kept Murray out with his body and strong hands. And Ricky O'Toole has taken the mark on wing. He's tipped it back into the middle. Lindsay sees free. He's taken the mark. Now decides to play on. Kicks it long. The leads come there from Ruck. He sits and waits. Takes the mark. Just ahead there of Williams on that occasion. So Ruck now hasn't kicked the footy too well. This one's a little bit better. At least it's toward the goal. Up high was Murray. Can't take the mark. Clifford at the back. He can't control it. But East Geelong through McLeod. He chips it wide. Dandy's on his own on the halfback flank and takes the mark for East Geelong. Now plays on quickly. Goes towards centre wing. Breed. Well, his height almost too much for Ruck. But Ruck actually held without the footy, said the umpire. And Ruck of Corio gets the free kick. Has Charles at half forward, takes the mark. He's gone further across the ground to Matty King. Where's his man? So King has drifted into the forward half. He'll kick from 50. It's a long raking kick towards full forward. Coming back there is Keys. And does he get the mark? He does. He plays on quickly and hooks it around. And Johnny Keys, the goal sneak, has kicked the goal for the Corio side. So much needed because they hadn't scored for a while. They've now kicked 5-1. They trail East Geelong 5-2, and that's on the Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard. 8 minutes gone.
Yeah, well, that was a handy goal for the Corio side as well, Eric. And look, I'm just a little bit concerned they may be able to use Lee Clifford somewhere. He's not getting in the game much. I think he's had one kick and 2 handballs, and that's not enough for Lee. He's got to get in a position and try and stretch the height of, use his height and open up. I'd drop him on the forward line a bit. Give him a run.
Well, as you speak, he's getting up toward the centre square, so he might be. Well, he's actually in the centre square for the ball up.
From the ruck contest, Bailey wrapped up. The umpire will come in. Secondary bounce. Bailey getting off the bottom of the pack. Ricky Lazarick there as well. So now Walker and Breed will come from the same side. Pye throws the ball in the air. Walker tries to push Breed out of the way. Goes towards McLean. Oh, bucking him through the middle as well. McLean got a clearing kick to centre half forward. Dieselak attacks the ball. Handball missed its target, which was Gunn. Now Miles in support. Handball back towards Gunn on half forward with the right foot kick. Back towards O'Leary. Holds off McNamara. King comes in. The ball sticks in his left hand and he takes the mark. Plays on quickly. Switch to the outer side's okay to Manning. He handballs it towards Ricky O'Toole on half-back. Goes towards centre wing. Lazarick and Walker. They can run now. Free and vacant for 50 metres. Ricky Lazarick takes a bounce. Takes bounce number 2. Goes towards half forward. Now goes with a right foot kick towards Barry O'Toole, who goes up. Off hands towards the back of the pack. Clifford. He gets around a couple. Now with the right foot towards the goal square. Intervong's in there. Fighting hard for it. And they can run away. Through Fitzgerald goes long towards Breed. But Ruck might chop it off. Got a hand to it. Now Miles and Ruck. Ruck rides a bump. And does pretty well. Gives himself a couple of seconds. Gives it to Cousins. Gets around Senjov. Runs across half forward. Goes towards Amon Charles. He takes the mark. And we'll settle things down for Corio at half forward. Might be too far out to score for Amon Charles.
I think the wind's dropped, Laurie, do you?
Yeah, I think Cal said that, Eric. He was out there quarter time. He said it's dropped a lot.
See Miles coming off, which is not good for East Geelong.
Been a key player for them so far.
Looks like a knock on the hip, I think.
So Amon Charles comes in from 50 metres out, goes towards the goal line, off hands and through for one behind. So they lock things up, Corio 5-2-32 apiece. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, 10.5 minutes played.
So the ball at fullback. We'll have Murray for East Geelong doing the kicking in. So Corio will have, I don't know what sort of a defence, they've got players everywhere. But Murray now comes to the stand side of the ground, up high. Well, in the middle of the pack there was Andrew Hill, and it was in amongst 3 or 4 Corio players, and Hill of East Geelong took a clean mark. So from half-back flank, now kicks toward the wing, it's dropping short. Mark dropped there by David O'Leary, finally by hand it comes out to Collins on the left foot, he's chipped it forward. Well, I didn't think the umpire was going to blow the whistle. Cousins took the mark, and now he's chipped it forward. Amon Charles attacks the footy, comes round, looking for and finding Cousins by hand. He's got Ricky O'Toole loose on half-forward flank. He's gone that way, and O'Toole has taken the mark. Where's Buckingham? They're playing certainly wide of one another. Well,
Clifford.
The ball chipped over the top to Clifford. The umpire, well, he was a bit slow with the whistle. Clifford decided to play on anyway, and has had a pot shot and missed. So behind, but it does give Corio the lead. 5-3-33. They lead East Geelong 5-2-32. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, 12 minutes gone.
So McLeod will kick in from fullback for the Eagles. Hasn't got much on offer at the moment. Williams gives him a lead. Breed goes to the outer side. Hill straight down the middle.
They don't seem to have a set plan, Laurie, do
No,
they?
they don't.
A number of players kicking in.
He kicks in wide, looking for Williams, who should be able to take the mark on the chest in the end. The wind just, the breeze held the ball up. Now he goes towards Murray. It'll have to be a pretty good kick. It's not. He was right next to the boundary line, and it's out of bounds on the full. So Corio to take the free kick. Matthew King with the free kick. Plays on now. Goes to the right boot. Back to whence it came. Keys from behind. Works his way to the front. Intervong's there. Barry O'Toole sharks it. Left foot kick around the corner. Which way is it going to bounce? Across goal. And out of bounds, right forward pocket for a boundary throw in.
He did an off break there, didn't he?
He did, absolutely. So the ball out of bounds, adjacent to the behind post, as we await the return to the boundary umpire. And you know, Corio, they're running, Laurie, but I think you hit the point a little while ago. Their kicks and handballs not hitting the mark at the minute.
No, not those were earlier, Rick.
So from the throw-in, comes to Ricky O'Toole, the back of the pack. He's hooked it on the left foot. I tell you what, they're pretty happy about it, and the goal umpire agrees. So that's Ricky O'Toole's second goal. Gee, he was casual, did it so easily, but it is the 6th for Corio. 6-3-39. They lead East Geelong 5-2-32. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, 13 minutes gone.
Well, it's a fantastic contest between Buckingham and O'Toole out there. I'm quite enjoying this. I'm actually thinking how Ricky's thinking. I think Ricky's thinking, I'm going to see how much this guy's petrol's got in his tank. He's going to run him out in this quarter and try and run on the last bit. So it's very interesting duel there. One for our listeners, Mark's kicked 3, Buckingham, and Ricky O'Toole's kicked 2. So it's a contest in the zone.
Just a bit of a worry I see on half forward flank. Andrew Hill getting some attention here to our right, Laurie, with a leg.
Now the ball in the middle. Oh, Walker got it to Gunn. He was pushed off the ball. Goes back towards Barry O'Toole. Fresh air shot. McLean runs away. Goes with a long right foot kick towards half forward. Thompson in front. Cornwall from behind. O'Leary comes third in line and takes the mark. 50 out. Murray gives him a lead from half back. It's a good kick. Nathan Murray takes the mark. 40 metres and closing. Goes right foot and has kicked the goal.
Got a goal.
Nathan Murray's first off the half back flank. And a quick reply for the Eagles. They go to 6-2-38. They trail Corio 6-3-39. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard. 14.5 minutes played.
It's really falling, Laurie, into the realms of a shootout because players are running off half-back from both sides. The defence seems to be pretty slack. And in the last 5 minutes, goals have come rather easily.
Well, that's right, Eric. It is a little bit of a shootout. The thing that would be concerned in East Geelong is Andrew Hill, whether he can stand up because he has got a bit of a problem with his legs in here. And one of the Duncan Miles has just left the ground, and he was one of the prime movers in their attack, and he was prepared to run the footy for him. And you'll hope that you can get him back, because I think it was a knock on the hip or something. So they can do their magic on the boundary line and get him back as quick as possible, I hope.
Danny Ruck having a run in the ruck. Shay Walker's gone to centre half forward. Williams has got him. Walton's on the ground as well for Corio, replacing Amon Charles. So Danny Ruck against Breed. Breed goes up, Ruck gets it down, as we've seen a few times this season. Ricky O'Toole, left, right, now left. Oh, pinpoints the pass towards Cousins, over his head, off the hands, towards that gun. Now a toe poke towards the boundary line. Will he be able to keep it in? Yes, he can. No, he can't. And umpire Noel Fanning on the boundary line. If it's not, it's his brother. And he will throw it in. He's a dead set ringer. It's embarrassing. There's 2 Noel Fannings in the world. Good on you, Fano. His brother to throw it in on centre wing for Walton, who's come down. And Breed, short throw in with his arm. In fact, Breed got it down to McLeod. The umpire will come in just as Luke McLean was about to run away. And it will be a ball up centre wing. 6-3 playing 6-2. A point the difference. Corio with that 1 point advantage. Now Walton and Breed. Walton gets it down. McLeod, McLean and O'Toole. And Ricky O'Toole sees it over the boundary line for a throw in.
Laurie, it's typical finals footy in the clinches. Both sides trying to exert a bit of strength, and it's real final stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is.
From the back, O'Toole, now Bailey. Handball, sets Buckingham up. Cousins is there as well, shows his pace. Can he pick it up though? He's surrounded. Now Sanjov and Bailey. And the umpire will come in and ball it up. Bit of harassment there.
Sorry, Jason. I think it's a good move bringing Robbie Walton on. I think it was Gerard Bree was just starting to have a bit of an influence on the game, I think, and I think this is a good move from Tim.
Playing a loose man back in defence. Rucker's moved back there. Walton in the ruck contest now. From the ball, Ricky Lazarick did well, got a hand in there. Can he pick it up though? No, he can't. Shuffled off the ball by O'Leary. Goes towards McLeod, can go short towards Sanjov. Takes the mark on centre wing. Now Sanjov's got Breed short. He goes over that though. He probably should have gone there in the end. It goes towards Ruck. Dieselak to bear down on him in the middle. Disputed ball. Now Gunn chips the ball to Breed. He takes the mark on half forward. He's got Buckingham further afield. Ricky O'Toole to make up a bit of ground. He probably left it just a minute too late. Ricky O'Toole did pretty well in the end. Now Peters, little toe poke. Goes towards Dandy and Collins. Collins met heavily. Bigham's in there as well. Dabrowski keeps his feet. Does well. Gets a high tackle. Andy Dabrowski will relieve the pressure for Corio. Chips the ball over the top to Barry O'Toole. Inside defensive 50. Takes a bounce. Measures the pass towards Cornwall running over half-back flank. Will it sit for him? Yes, it does. Sean O'Leary bears down close to the boundary line. He gets it around towards Manning. As he kicked it too far, he has. It's out of bounds on the full. East Geelong with a free kick on centre wing.
There's no easy kicks anymore. Laurie Corio now under a bit of pressure.
Yeah, and everybody's got to be a bit accountable for one another, I think, and this is not that running around. Gerard Bree looks to be kept wanting to come off here for some reason.
So Nathan Murray gets the free kick. There's a push in the back to McLeod. Didn't get the mark, but got the free kick. And on centre wing, McLeod of East Geelong. You're right, Laurie. Breed coming off, and is it Ferguson coming back? As McLeod now, true centre wing outer side, kicks the ball long towards half forward. Dieselak comes out strongly, can't take the mark. Front and centre was Peters. Grabs the footy, kicks it on the left foot to full forward. Bigham in front, only able to handball to Ricky O'Toole. He runs straight into a tackle.
He's
the
gone.
umpire's pinged him. So, well, not aware on that occasion of where the players were around him. He gets pinged for holding the ball, and it's a great tackle there to Kane Dandy, rewarded. So he's within 50, and we'll have a shot on goal probably. Now there's a lot of players in that forward 50 for East Geelong.
There's a lot of Corio players too.
Dear oh dear. So Dandy now kicks it to the right position, front of the goal square, comes to ground. Magnificent defence at the moment there from Corio. Gee whiz, there's a lot of players there finally.
It's a throw, he's picked it.
So
good call, Laurie.
So,
It was a throw from here.
So I don't know who it was, but a
Barry O'Toole, I think it was.
Corio player tried to get her behind, and unfortunately he's given the free kick away. Where's Sean O'Leary?
Yeah. He won't be far away from
He's gone looking for the footy.
Give it to me, I'm number 4.
Luke McLean.
Luke McLean is the man in attendance. So, from point blank range, 5 metres out. Well, the umpire's putting round on a 45-degree angle, but from that distance, shouldn't be a concern. So Luke McLean now moves in. Lovely looking kick, head over the footy, and kicks his first. And that has given East Geelong the lead. 7-44. They lead Corio 6-3-39. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard. 20 minutes gone.
Yes, well, it's the game's at an interesting stage, I think, at this point of time. Just one side just can't quite get away. If someone can put 10 minutes of footy here for the next 10 minutes and play really good stuff, they could get a bit of a break on one of the sides here.
Well, I think, Laurie, that there are signs now that fitness at the end of the day is going to have a huge bearing on the result of this.
Well, I think most players are going to say the same thing. I don't know what it is when you get to St Albans and test your fitness.
Ruck gets it down in the middle, only as far as McLean. Got a kick away from Lazarick. He goes towards half forward. Dabrowski runs across, gets around one, and measures the short little pass towards Ricky O'Toole. Sets him a little bit of a task. He has to get around Buckingham. He does. He gets around Ferguson. Little left foot chip kicks okay to Lazarick.
He handled the ball well, this bloke.
Lazarick now right foot kick long towards the leader, Bolshevik, and gets in front. Oh, great punch away by Fitzgerald. Foot race now. Murray gets across there. Bolshevik there. Walker in support as well. Played for a free kick. Bolshevik didn't get one in the first instance. Now foot race between Walker and also Fitzgerald. Walker, the big man, handballs it towards Bolshevik and Keys. Coming through Bailey. Free kick for a hold somewhere along the line. And
Bolshevik, I think.
So Bolshevik will take the free kick at half forward.
He's tried and hard enough to get one, didn't he?
He's been rewarded. He had about 4 goes at faking one.
So Bolshevik from left half forward with a torpedo punt. Terrible kick off the boot. In front, Buckingham stands up, takes the mark. In fact, it's McLeod has taken the mark in the last line of defence for East Geelong. Goes to the outer side, 1-on-1. Ricky O'Toole and Buckingham goes up. Play on the call. Ricky O'Toole close to the boundary line at 50. Back towards whence it came. McLeod and Ferguson line up. McLeod takes the mark.
Playing kick to kick.
He goes, chips the ball towards Murray. It's not going to be far enough though, and Bolshevik takes the mark easily in the left. Well, in between forward pocket and half forward. And Bolshevik, who has kicked 1 goal.
Well, I see Ruck leading for it. I wouldn't kick it to him. He'd like to kick it anywhere.
Don't be like that, Eric.
So Bolshevik.
His kicking's been off though, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been terrible today for some reason.
Now it comes in 50 metres out, pops it up, and I think he's missed it to the near side. He has through for 1 behind. 1 goal, 1 his personal tally. They go to 6-4-40 Corio, East Geelong 7-2-44. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, 22.5 minutes played.
Well, I don't know what it is. Fair dinkum. I reckon the last 5 minutes the skills dropped away dramatically.
Yes,
whether they're starting to get tired already, I'm not sure.
Might be finals pressure. Well, McLeod's got himself into a bit of bother there. He tried to kick to himself and play on, but finally the ball, they've been lucky East Geelong because it fell in McLean's arms. He's kicked it to centre wing. Oh, in front. Strong mark, Sanjov. Has Peters running. Flipped the handball out to him quickly. Peters to centre half forward. In front, Dandy. Second attempt. No, mark not paid. Didn't take it. Ball comes to ground. The weight of numbers here for Corio. Bigham over to Ruck. He went without the footy. Thompson of East. Handball to Senjov. Senjov has Peters, who's run strongly from the wing right across the ground and has taken the mark inside the centre 50 and now kicks it towards... Good mark. Dandy. He's taken the mark just on the 50-metre arc. He's got somebody loose half forward in Hill, but Dabrowski read it well. Gets the handball to McNamara. And you're right, Laurie, there's a lot of pressure out there now. Wild kick from Dabrowski. Found Clifford. Handball to O'Toole. Ricky. He sees Keys loose at half forward. Finds him. Decides to play on. Eludes a couple of players. Hooks the ball towards Walton there. But Ferguson for East Geelong. Chips in, takes the mark. Long handball to Bailey. He's under pressure. Cullen on the ground. Takes it off him. Gets the ball to his left foot. Kicks it straight back to Ferguson and his teammate there in O'Leary, who's kicked it wide to Gunn. Gunn, well, he's taken the mark. Matty Cullen keen to get into the game. He's covered a bit of territory already, but Gunn on centre wing. Chips the ball to lead. The lead's from Hill, but it's not strong enough. And Matt King for Corio. Great work. Attacks the foot. He finds Ricky O'Toole. He's met pretty heavily from the front by Buckingham. What a great tussle this is between the two of them. As Ricky O'Toole now takes the mark, kicks the ball to the lead of Manning, who's led wide to half forward flank. And has McLeod of East Geelong on the mark. Manning now. This has not been Corio's tactic to stop and wait, but well, it's an atrocious kick from Manning, out of bounds on the full, under no pressure. And Laurie, that's a mistake you just do not make when you get a free kick. No,
that's right, Eric. And look, I'm enthralled by this tactic with the Buckingham and Ricky. If I was Timmy, I'd be putting Ricky in the forward line and see if he'd stay with him just to test him for 10 minutes. He might kick a couple of goals.
We've got to try something, don't you? So Nathan Murray now has the free kick. Clifford actually been taken back 15 metres to the correct mark. So Nathan Murray, half-back flank from the out of bounds on the full. Well, doesn't kick it too well, but he's got a bit of distance. But in the way there is Collins. Plays on quickly. Put down after he's kicked the footy. Not said the umpire, but Cullen attacks it, picks it up, handball to Cousins. Here you go Corio again. Cousins the lead of Clifford. At full forward, doesn't take the mark, but it falls for him. Well, he leant back on that one, Clifford, and has missed to the left again. I think he did that a little while ago.
Yep.
So another behind to Corio, kicking themselves away. 6-5-41. They trail East Geelong 7-2-44. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard. 25 and a half minutes gone.
McLeod short to Williams in the back pocket, goes towards Ferguson. Oh, good, takes a good mark at half back. Kicks it along the boundary line looking for Senjov and won't be able to keep it in. Out of bounds.
I wonder, Laurie, in deference to the player, I wonder if there's something wrong with that footy. Everyone's not kicking it well.
I agree.
Well, I agree, but I mean, if you're going to play around the boundary lines, you're going to kick it out of bounds on the full a few times.
Boundary throw in. Oh, Ruck up against Gunn in the end. Through the middle, Buckingham tries to break free. Held to him, said the umpire.
I think I'd like to see one of these sides starting directed, straighten up a bit, go up the middle a bit, rather than go around the boundary. I think that might be the difference.
So a ball up, centre wing. Ferguson and Ruck, they get it down to the side of the pack. Cousins and Hill next to him. And Cullen over the boundary line.
There seems, Laurie, to be a lot of non-accountability. Matty King, for example, for Corio, just running around loose in the half-back line. Surely he's got a player that he's accountable for, and it's happening in the other end.
And that's right, and he's playing quite a good game, and you can't afford, I mean, you're going to get kicks if you're on your own, aren't you, surely?
So now the umpire's picked the shepherding decision in the ruck.
Goes short to Fitzgerald, does Ferguson, from that infringement. Oh, he kicks it towards centre wing. Gunn goes up, takes a good mark in front of Walton. On centre wing. A lot of players in front of the ball now. Hill gives him a lead. He goes in that direction, also coming out Dieselak, O'Leary. And the umpire's paid the mark. He's got Buckingham leading into the forward line. He goes back, Bigham comes back, off hands towards Dandy. There's Ricky O'Toole. Next to Dandy, keeps his feet, does well. Handball, no look, handball to Bigham. Now Dandy, handball, back inboard to nobody in particular. Lazarick, he loses it. Dabrowski's got it. Handball, well, sets Ricky O'Toole up. Hill against him. Now it's a turnover. Andrew Hill hits the post from 10 metres out. And through for one behind. 7-3-45 now East Geelong. They lead Corio 6-5-41. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, 28 minutes played.
Well, Dabrowski played on quickly with the kick in, but has been whistled back. Obviously the goal umpire hadn't got the flags back. So Dabrowski will have to do it all again for Corio. This time he kicks to himself and then chips a short pass to Keys. Well up the ground, he's found Collins. So the little players for Corio now. Collins plays on quickly, handball to Keys, who's run past. He chips the ball to the lead there and half forward from Cornwall. Picks it up, nicely done. Wheels around, gets the ball long. Gee, he's got Cullen there, takes a one-handed mark. Matty Cullen on half forward flank for Corio. He goes on quickly. The leads come from Clifford. He'll take the mark this time. He's got away from Nathan Murray. A few Bronx cheers from some members of the crowd, Laurie. Lee Clifford, well, I guess he hasn't had the best of days so far, but a goal here would make up for it considerably. He's 45 metres out, directly in front, and moves in now. Murray on the mark. Well, Clifford, gee, it's a much better looking kick. It's a much better directed kick. The goal umpire doesn't move, and Lee Clifford has kicked his first. 1-2 is his tally for the day. It is the 7th for Corio. Gives them back the lead. 7-5-47. They lead East Geelong 7-3-45. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard as we tick past 29 minutes.
Yeah, well, that was a good goal. That'll do Lee a lot of good. That he's normally a good kick when he's on a standing as such as it just then, and you know, he's kicked. What have I got him down for?
One goal,
two. So possibly he could have kicked 3, but he hasn't touched the ball a lot. You're right, Eric.
So Corio now with Walker and Clifford in the goal square. So it's caused East Geelong could put a couple of talls back anyway.
Well, that's good coaching. That's what you've got to do. You've got to try and mix the mix up a little bit.
Back to the middle. Ferguson gets it down. Lindsay gives it back to Manning, running across centre half back. Terrible kick off the boot. Ferguson doesn't take the mark. Bailey's handball goes straight to John Cousins. Runs back into traffic, then breaks free. Right foot kick towards half forward. Peters has to make up a bit of ground against Collins. The young and the old of it there. And Collins sees it over the boundary line for a throw in.
Some of the decision making though in the field and field kicking handball's been a little bit concerning to me. They've gone a little bit wide and a little bit indirect.
Finals pressure?
I think so.
From the ruck contest, Ferguson in the end, handball towards Fitzgerald, sticks the handball out to Intervong, breaks free. Here's a call from, Toby Lindsay in the end, who takes the mark. Still in the middle, now left foot kick goes towards a leader, Walker, and he takes the mark in front of Williams. And it will be a shot for goal from 40 metres out by Shane Walker on the siren.
This will be important.
So, as Laurie said, Shane Walker and Lee Clifford were in the goal square. Walker on a lead from Lindsay. He comes in now 40 metres out and has kicked the goal, I'm tipping. And it looks a pretty good kick off the boot. And he's put it through.
The old Cressy boy.
For his first goal and the 8th for Corio. They go to 8-5-53. And they lead East Geelong 7-3-45 by 8 points at the main break. The goal kickers for Corio, 2 to Ricky O'Toole and singles to Barry O'Toole, John Bolchevic, Lee Clifford, Shane Manning, John Keys and Shea Walker. While for East Geelong, 3 to Mark Buckingham, 2 to Simon Dieselak, singles to Nathan Murray and to Luke McLean. 8 points of difference at the main break. We will take a break and be back with the second half action of our Matchday Live coverage, the senior qualifying final between East Geelong and Corio. You're listening to 94.7, the Pulse, your home of local football.